Hey there, guys. It's Nate here. Went to Boise Regionals today. Went 4-2. I took honestly, I just took like an anti-meta deck. We just pretty much call it Cancer because that's literally what it is. Um, Interesting array of formats today. Like I never played the same deck twice. So anyway, we're just gonna dive right into this thing. You guys should know this deck's pretty much straightforward. I'll kind of briefly describe everything, but we'll just get this done and see how it works out. Okay. All right. First things first. I played 3 Inspector Border. It's just gross. Enough said. Fossil Dyna. I ran 3 of these today. Everything pretty much special summons for the most part. I played against a lot of control decks today, so I mean it wasn't terrible, but it got me out of a lot of bad situations, and I won a lot of games actually because of this. You either set up, summon this straight up and have a Moon Mirror Shear, or just straight up having like protection is pretty much key for that. I honestly think this is a win condition. I won so many games this today. It was like one of the rounds I actually opened up with 2 of these and actually 3 Desires. It was pretty gross. Yeah, that's a really good card. Eater of Millions. I only run 2. The reason why is there's not a lot of space for the extra deck. So I never really needed it. I'm going to be honest with you. Majority of the time it just stunned. So it was, I mean, it got me out of some sticky situations, but I never really needed another one. That's it for the monster lineup. Spells. We have 3 Potted Dualities. Obviously, just need to thin the deck. Get to my cards. Desires. Run 3 of these bad boys, mostly just to remove 10, just to make things bigger. 2. I only run 2. 3 is really actually unnecessary. That you don't have a lot of extra deck space, and on top of that, in combination with Eater of Millions, there's just very limited resources to actually gain advantage. Plus, having a third one of this, even if I didn't use the Eater of Millions, it'd only be for a straight up, just an even. It wouldn't be a +1. So, yeah, I only run 2 of those. 1 Moon Mirror. I actually won a game today because of Fossil Dyna in this. I thought it was pretty good. Goats. This is just to get board load in case you get into a sticky situation or you just need to stall out if Pot actually eliminated all your Pot of Desires. Excuse me. Usually, actually, all day, pretty much remove this, but if Pot of Extravagance didn't hit any of your extra deck cards that you need for that, essentially that's what that's for. That's it for the spells. Again, these cards are pretty much straightforward. You guys know what all these do. I run a lot of trap cards, obviously being anti-meta. We run 3 Impermanents. It was there when I needed it today. Like, it's good. I don't know how to describe anything about that. The board wipe is Storming Mirror Force. It's solid. A lot of people ran smack into it today. Originally, we had 2 of these mained. I tried getting a Solemn Judgment at the last minute and couldn't get one. So either way, I ended up maining the 3rd one of these. It was always there. To be honest with you, 2 should have been actually suffice, I believe, because it's just like it's a card you want to see, and yeah, it's good, but sometimes you can open up with multiple, or you open it in situations you don't need it. I mean, but I understand like you want to see it, so you run 3. So it's just mathematically smart to run 3. This was supposed to be Rivalry, but honestly, it did the trick. I just needed to insert like 3 good floodgates, just to slow them down enough, just to get some advantage, or to even keep advantage for that matter. A lot of people ran into this today and just stalled out. 2 Heavy Dusters. I sided the 3rd one. That just hit back row. It was actually pretty decent today. I run kind of a mini Solemn package. Again, I was supposed to run Judgment. Couldn't go into the last minute, so I just ran with these 3. And actually, it wasn't bad. Like, at no point did I feel like I needed Judgment. I felt like it was just good, just the way it was. And then I run, for the last two cards, I run Macrocosmos and Imperial Order. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this card. It's like, it's so good, but it's so bad if you can't get rid of it. Like, there was many times that I was like, just praying I would draw into a Duster. So, but anyway, that's the main. That's 40. Side deck. We'll go ahead and dive into that really quick first. 3 Drolls. Obviously, that's just to stop combo decks, dangers, etc. We actually added these last night at the last second. And I'm actually happy I did. I cited them in a couple times today, and it was to be honest, just being able to access a 2600 monster, if they summon a 2000 attack monster, I'm pretty much in trouble. And Pinkertop's just, it did its work in today for sure. Never sided him in today. Honestly, didn't need it. Probably just because there was only 40 people at the regionals. Who knows? 3-share ride. Obviously, advantage. 2-handed spell, just in case I run into the necessity of needing it. just to slow somebody down. Probably one of my like surprise favorite cards of the entire day today was Soul Drain. I played a lot of random decks, and surprisingly, a lot of them this was actually a valid card to side in for them, and it put in a lot of work today. So either way, it was a good card. And then obviously, like I told you, the last Duster. Extra deck is quite literally the most useless thing in the history of the world. You remove it all. This is quite literally all you need. So there you go. Fan out the rest for you just for funsies, I guess. But there you are. Again, to be honest with you, I think it's just the format hasn't settled down. There was only 40 people there, so there wasn't much of a draw or what to do. I don't know. I just thought that I don't know if I could have been ready for today anyway. But either way, I had a lot of blast. So I had a lot of fun, and it was a blast. All right. Anyway, well, guys, peace.